Yo, what's going on, guys? It's that Lego Ball or Max back with our YouTube video on the channel. You guys loved the last video, which was the top 5 best Lego Star Wars offer-up deals I've ever gotten. So I'm going to hit you guys with another top 5 of my least favorite Lego Star Wars sets that I personally own. Keep in mind, this is all my opinion. I'm going to bash these sets a lot, so if you do like these sets, it's my opinion, and I just don't like them, and I really want to bash them. And if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. I'm going to try posting 2 times a week. I think that's a great goal, but without further ado, let's get into the top 5 worst Lego Star Wars sets in my collection. Coming in at number 5 is the X-Wing. I do like this set, and I do think it's a good set, but I needed to put a 5th one on there, so this is my least favorite out of all of them that I like. I do like the design of it. It does have a cool feature where the wings do close and stuff like all X-Wings do. Here's a little closer look at it. It kind of looks like a candy corn. When I first saw it, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I ended up liking the set. It's just not my favorite set. It's a really basic set. There are so many better X-Wings, and after having post X-Wing, which is right there, I really do see how bad of an X-Wing this really is. It's not bad. It's okay. It's decent, but it's just not my favorite set in my collection, and for that reason, it's at number 5. Next up is the Venator. Don't hate on me for this one. If you didn't know, the Favortie used to be one of my dream sets until I actually got it. When I got it, I decided to rebuild it, build it again, because that's what you do with Legos. And it's not this one. I sold the one I had to rebuild and stuff, and let me tell you, that was a nightmare. It was just awful, and I did end up liking the set. But then I got my Star Destroyer, and after comparing the two, pretty much being based on the same exact ship, I just hated the Venator. I just didn't like how it looked. It was small. Its Technic was everywhere. The Star Destroyer does have some Technic showing, yes. But I personally don't think it's as bad as the Venator. The Venator's small. It's undersized. It's just not a good set. It's really, you hit it once, it breaks. And for that reason, the Venator is my number 4 set. I do think it's a cool set, but the minifigures as well are awful. And the price for it's awful. You can get the Star Destroyer for like $120, $150. The Venator at $225, just because it's Clone Wars. It's smaller, while this is so much better. So what I'm trying to say is, buy a Star Destroyer rather than a Venator. I'm trying to keep small sets out of this, as I just don't think it would be fair, because if I were doing just small sets, then they would all be on my top 5, and none of these sets you're going to see would be up here. But this one I had to include. It is the Dual Mustafar. It's so tiny, and it's just so bad. The build is not fun to build. The minifigures are good. If you don't have an Anakin and Obi-Wan, this is your set right here. This set was everywhere. Whenever you would go to a Lego store, this was the only set you would see. It's small. There's not even a high ground thing. It's just not a cool set at all. The only play features to it, it's like you can move the rocks around, and it's just boring. Because even when you sit Anakin and Kenobi on there, when you would hit them, their lightsabers would fall off, or one of them would fall off. For mine, at least. I don't know how that happens to all of your guys', but this set, it's just not a cool set. I feel like for one of the best battles, if not the best battle, one of the best scenes in Star Wars, we got 2 sets. We have the 2007 one, which personally I don't think that one's good either, or whenever that one came out, you know which one I'm talking about. It's on the screen, that one. But this is just a disgrace. I would love to get an $80, $60 Dual Mustafar with high ground, with Kenobi, Anakin. I just think that would look amazing. But that's why it takes number 3. But let's get into number 2. At number 2, we have Palpatine's Shuttle. There's not much to say about this set. It's a hideous set. The wings fall off really easily. Hopefully they don't fall off while I'm doing this. But these wings can fall off super easily. It's happening like once a week. This tab fab right here is just super weird how one side is studs, the other is not. And the ship is just gray and hideous. There is a bit of interior, but it's not really that much either. And the set could only hold one minifigure in the front, which makes sense, it's a shuttle. This shuttle is awful. I don't think it's worse than the new 2021 shuttle. I think that set is just awful for $80. This set's around the same price as $80. The minifigures aren't interesting at all. The only cool one I would say is the Clone Pilot, but even then, there's so many other better figures you couldn't put with the set, obviously. The set only appeared for like 5 seconds in Revenge of the Sith, maybe? Maybe in some Clone Wars. I personally don't remember. But this set is just, it's ugly. The back of it, there's just so much Technic showing. Same with the front. There's a bunch of Technic showing where it's just not a cool set. And I'm trying to sell this set, and I would even want you to buy it off me. I just don't think it's that good of a set. Now, without further ado, let's get into the honorable mentions. For honorable mentions, as I said, I'm trying to keep small sets out of this, but I'm going to put 2 small sets for honorable mentions: Geonosis Cannon and the Favortie Battle Pack. Let me explain real fast. Favortie Battle Pack got too much hype, and now everyone has it, so it's not really cool because everyone has the set. And sets are cool when not that many people have it. The gunship, not that many people have it. It's a really cool set for that reason. This set is everywhere. Everyone has it, so it's just not cool. My hat's falling off. It's not cool to me. Geonosis Cannon, the build's just boring. That's about it. It's just a boring build. Figures, alright. You get Rex. But other than that, or no, you don't even get Rex in the set, if I believe. I don't think so. I think you just get a regular clone. You get Greek. And that happens. These sets are awful. Let's get into number 1 now. And my number 1 least favorite set has to be Anakin Jedi Starfighter. This set sucks. The wings fall off. They don't fall off easily, but the wings are awful. The design of it's just not cool in my opinion. I have the 2017 one, but obviously, if you know, I'm trying to collect all the 2007 ones, and I didn't need to, and I had to keep this one rather than the other one because this one's the same exact one. It was part of those. This part right here falls off really easily, just like the Palpatine shuttle. Like once a week I have to fix this thing. The play feature for it, R2 thing, R2 doesn't even pop out unless you like hit it hard. This landing gear always falls off. This set's just not a good put together set in my opinion. I think it's an awful set. It's cheap, so that's a good thing, but like the wings just don't look good. Like, you can see the wings just don't look good. This part just doesn't look good. It's just not a good set in my opinion, especially with that. I don't know. Just not a good set, and I would not recommend anyone buying this one. I highly recommend buying the newer one. As I said, I had to keep this for my collection from the Starfighter thing, but if you can buy the other one, buy the other one any day. This one is just tremendously bad. And that's going to wrap it up for today's top 5. Let me know what top 5 you want to see me do next, whether it's top 5 best minifigures, worst minifigures, top 5 best sets, anything you want me to do, let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you guys don't hate me after this, after hitting some really popular sets. I just think they're not that good. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, boys.